one thing that I wanted to talk about today is actually a topic that got so much engagement on my stories in the last few months, which was parasites, right? And I know this is not a conversation that everybody is comfortable having, but if you have met me before, you know that that is often a topic of discussion, right? And it's really because we don't really know that much about it. So when we hear about parasites, it's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, right? But the truth of the matter is, there's a saying that goes, if you have a pulse, you have a parasite. You know, think about dogs, we always have to deworm them. So why would we think, you know, we wouldn't have to deworm ourselves, right? And so, you know, there was a time when I felt completely unhealthy. I started having breathing issues. I was so bloated. I was gaining weight, and it just wasn't normal until finally I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I learned about parasites, and it had all of those different symptoms, especially teeth grinding, and I didn't think that I was a teeth grinder. You know, I stayed up. Once I learned about parasites, I stayed up all night like a crazy person researching, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I have these. I need to know if I have these. And I saw that teeth grinding was one of those signs. And so I'm like, I don't teeth grind. And then that morning, my husband woke me up and said, oh my gosh, I was going to wake you up last night because you were grinding your teeth so bad. And I'm like, oh my God. It was like another confirmation of, yes, you have parasites. So I had to do tons of research to figure out, one, how do I, you know, get rid of these things? How do I, you know, kind of help myself? And sorry, I didn't want this to fall. And so I did. And so I'll share some of the supplements with you. But the reason I'm bringing this up now again is because, because I was not feeling good again, right? And honestly, I have been working on healing my gut, feeling better. My husband and I have been working out at least 3 days a week. So the truth of the matter is that I should be feeling better, and I was feeling worse, which tells me all that toxicity, all those parasites are doing all that they can to fight to stay, because that is something that they will do. And you'll see, you know, tons of signs of that: bloating, constipation, you know, food sensitivities, that's you know, some different things. A lot of people think they have all these like gluten issues or all these, you know, I can't eat this thing, but if you would do a parasite cleanse and then go to eat it, I guarantee, not always, but that you probably could eat it and you just don't realize. And so anyway, this is how I'm feeling. And I could not believe my son came into my room in the morning, started telling me some symptoms, and says, Mom, I want a parasite cleanse. He does not like parasite cleansing because, you know, we change up our whole diets. We have to take supplements and things like that. But even he knew, right? So he's learning the things and how to be sensitive to our bodies and what to look for. So that is something that we just started again. So if you want to join us for the next few weeks, parasite cleansing, feel free to do so. And so anyway, yesterday, I'm like, okay, so if that's not a sign that, yes, Bianca, you are being sensitive to what this is, now your own son, who is 9 years old, is being sensitive. Okay, that means if I have it, my whole family has it, right? If you got a dog, your whole family has parasites, basically. And so you want to work on cleaning that up. So yesterday, what was the first thing I did? One, right, you don't want to do a parasite cleanse unless your drainage pathways are open, right? Unless you're sweating, you're moving your body, you're going to the bathroom at least 2 times a day, right? The truth of the matter is that we are all so backed up. And so one thing I do is I always start off with, I don't have the box, I just ran out. I have an order coming to my house, but this is Smooth Move tea. It's basically just senna, right? I like medicinal teas. But this one specifically helps you clear out, go to the bathroom. So first and foremost, I do this, which is totally amazing. And yesterday, hold on, let me get some stuff and show you what I used. Okay, I have a ton here. So yesterday, I did the Smooth Move tea. This stuff is amazing and powerful. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Liver Life, and so it has medicinal mushrooms, it has milk thistle, olive leaf, all of these things that basically kill parasites, and it's just so healing altogether. So if you know somebody who is sick, has cancer, like medicinal mushrooms, and you only need a little bit, you know what, I'll put a little in this just to show you. So I made a milk thistle tea. So it's also important, like our bodies are so backed up. Our livers are so backed up, right? Every detox method in our bodies are backed up. And so we need to help them a little bit. Yes, our bodies are meant to detox themselves, but because of the way we eat, because of all the things in our environment, the things that we have had in us for all these different years, what's being sprayed in the sky, all these heavy metals. If you've gotten, you know, different things growing up, heavy metals, parasites live on. And so you really want to detox your body, clean them out. And so another thing is activated charcoal. And so I use this one because it has a few different things in it. Bentonite clay, obviously the charcoal, olive leaf, and there's one other name I'm looking for that I'm not seeing here. I don't see it right now. But I don't have one. Oh, right by you.
It was just not very bad.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know what to say. Oh, anyway, activated charcoal pulls out heavy metals. It's basically like a mop. So if you take it, it's kind of cleaning up your whole system, pulling out all the extras, right, to pull out. So every time you're parasite cleansing, because those parasites eat those heavy metals, they eat the mold, everything that we're allergic to, which is why we have so many allergies too. So when they die off, which is all the things that I'll show you to kill it, they burst open. So all of those toxins are released into your body. So if you don't have your drainage pathways open, they're not going to be able to find a way out. They're just going to recirculate, make you feel sick, sluggish, all of that. It's not good. So you want to be able to pull those things out as well. And so we help our systems by using milk thistle tea. You can use dandelion tea. All of these are good for the liver. And so I'm drinking milk thistle this morning. I'm going to put a few, honestly, you only need a few drops. I put a ton more last night because I wanted to clean up shop. And I also use clove oil. Clove also kills parasites too. So I do put a few of those, and oil of oregano. And another reason I'm also using these bacterial things and all of that is because I have an issue with my tooth. And so our teeth too have a microbiome, right? Everything starts in the mouth and the gut, so it kind of all just goes together. And what parasites do is they build these biofilms of like heavy metals, so say this is the parasite, and basically cover themselves. And so they kind of stay hidden in your body. So even when I was managing this health conscious cafe that was all juices, smoothies, healthy foods, I was the healthiest I had ever been in my life, but I still had, horrible allergies. I still was getting so sick. And I remember, like, as I started getting healthier, someone was telling me, the woman I worked with, do body brushing, dry brushing, and those things are amazing if your drainage pathways are open. And mine were not, because I didn't really know all of this back then. That was, over 10 years ago. And so I did the dry brushing and stuff, and I was so sick. And I felt absolutely horrible. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this detoxing thing if it's going to be this bad. So you have to kind of move slowly and be sensitive to your body and understand before you jump right in. So anyway, they create these biofilms that will hide. So you can eat as healthy as you want, unless you're adding kind of these herbal things to your diet. And basically what they do is come in and they break open this biofilm so they can attack the parasite, kill them, remove them, and then you feel much better. I felt so amazing after I started parasite cleansing. I had no idea. One, I changed my diet, so you're already going to feel better, right? You go to the bathroom, you clean up everything, your brain fog starts going away, you start losing weight, you start getting energy again. And so that is what I want. And so that's why we're doing this parasite cleanse now. And obviously I want us to be healthier, and we need minerals, and everything around us is so mineral deficient because our soil is depleted and things like that. So find ways to, increase that, heal your body, drink some bone broth, work on the soil of your own gardens and things like that to strengthen, because I want my teeth to heal naturally. And I know there is a time and a place, right, when you have to go to a dentist and things like that, but I don't want to get all these feelings. That's toxic, right? We're just covering up a problem. And so that's the thing too, like, okay, when I'm bloated, people will just take something, or I'm constipated, or, like whatever anybody's symptom is, they just kind of, fix the symptom. But you got to get to the root of the problem, or you're going to constantly have the same issues. And parasites aren't even the root, right? They're actually helping your body, because if not, all that stuff would be everywhere. Our bodies are just designed so amazingly. But once we heal them, then they won't want to stay in our bodies, right? We'll be too healthy. And I actually watched this guy, Back to Eden Gardening, and he was talking about how his plants are so healthy, right? He just has such a strong garden, soil, everything is built up. So he talks about how the bugs won't even stay on his plants and leaves and stuff. They're so hydrated, they're so filled with nutrients that they kind of go off. So what the bugs do is go for the diseased plants, right? And isn't that the same thing with us as we eat things? Like, even if you grow in a garden and there's parasites and bugs on that, we should have a symbiotic relationship where they come in and come out. But since we're so toxic and sick, they can find a place so easy in our systems. And so anyway, we want to work on healing that, exercising, making sure you're going to the bathroom. So some of those things that you can do first is have some of those teas, start moving, right? And it doesn't even have to be crazy, but go for a walk, jump up and down. You got to get your lymph moving. We're so used to being still. We're not a society that moves as much, and I'm as much at fault as anybody. I had to ask my husband and say, please help me start working out. And he was just like, no, because he knows I'll just start and complain, which is what happened at first. But I started saying, no, I want to take care of my body. I don't want to feel like I'm 90, right? I am still in my 30s. So I want to take care of myself. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. And so that's what I'm doing, right? And I want to help my family do that together. So I'm very thankful that my husband is helping me right now, that we're working out together. We're trying to eat healthier, cleaner meals. Of course, we are not perfect. We have junk every now and then, but I don't want that to be the norm, right? And even when we do like fasting or little diet, so to say, and my kids are like, oh, I can't wait to have whatever, like I don't want that to be the mindset. It's nice to have something every now and then, like a treat, but this should be normal, right? That we're eating healthy, that we're taking care of our bodies. Our bodies are temples, right? And so we want to like a gas tank, give it the best gas so we feel better. I will link some of the things. Oh, I didn't even show you what I use. Okay, so yesterday, the first thing I did was I made this Smooth Move tea. Like I said, I put the medicinal mushrooms and clove oil, which was absolutely amazing. And, if your drainage pathways are open, I wouldn't say go this quickly and start so fast, but I know that I'm working out every day. I know that I'm sweating and all of that. And then I started with this Mimosa Supreme, which is really good. It's like chia seeds when they get wet. You know how they kind of like grow and they're scrubbers. So this basically comes in and scrubs everything in your tract all the way down, pulling everything out that wouldn't normally be there. This is wormwood combination. I hope you can see. And so this has in it black walnut. These are all things that kill parasites, or wormwood. I don't know how you say it, quassia, something like that, and cloves, which is also in the dropper that I showed you. So I only took these and had some tea. My son and I both took one each yesterday. I know it says more, serving size 2 capsules, but I like to start out slow. I'm going to take another 2 today, probably before I finish drinking this. And before I go to bed, I'm going to make sure that I take activated charcoal. So this is a powder. You can get capsules too. But so basically I put a little powder in a glass of water and I drink it down. I like the liquid better because it's starting up here, right? When you take a capsule, it starts down in your stomach. And so this is kind of like looser. Oh, zeolite was the other thing I just remembered. That was in this as well. And so that just cleans up everything, because as I start taking these, the parasites are going to start dying off. And I want to make sure that I don't feel horrible. You can get Herx reactions, it's called, where basically you can feel like you're having a fever, your body starts aching, you feel sick, allergies, whatever it is, because all those toxins are being released. But guess what? At the end of this, you will feel so amazing. So I would encourage you, if you're considering a parasite cleanse, look into it a little more yourself. I can help you if you have any questions. You can go on my Amazon storefront. I do have a section that has all of these things together, but I promise you, you will feel amazing. Light will start returning to your face. You will lose weight. You will have energy, and it'll be such a blessing for you and your family.